Hi everyone. Well, I came over today to my daughter's like promised, and I'm making her my homemade meatballs. If I had brought my, what do you call it? Stop it! The guys are fighting. The boys are fighting. My tripod, I could have been able to show you start to finish, but I'll have to do that at home. But it's so much easier in a big kitchen. But these are my homemade meatballs. And the key is, once you get the recipe down good, if you notice in the center, it's kind of not quite done. That's when you want to put them in the sauce. Okay? See this? Well, you can't see this one, but let me show you this one. See how it's a little raw? You do one side, then you do the other side. And when it has the rawness in the center, you want to take them out with a spoon like this with little holes in it to drop some of the oil out. Some of the oil won't hurt, and get them in the pot right away. The boys have been, Charlie! You get them in the pot right away because you want that sauce to absorb into that raw hamburger and cook them at least an hour, hour and a half on low. Look at that. My girls, my daughter had to go to a funeral today. I was supposed to go too for Dave. It wasn't a funeral. It was a memorial service for him because his sister lives in California. And she couldn't. She had to have it up here after she got things settled. Anyway, so when they, like I said, hold on one second. I had to stop the dogs from barking. So like I said, when they're just have a center that's a little raw, you get them into that sauce, okay? And I'll have to, if you'd like me to tell you how to make my meatballs, I will do that, but so much easier in my daughter's kitchen. Basically, I use 2 cans of crushed tomato and 1 large can of paste. In this case, I used 2 because my daughter wanted a lot of meatballs. And then I saute some olive oil with fresh garlic, about 5 cloves, and I chop them very small. If you're going to put garlic in your meatballs, take my advice, shred it very, very small so people don't get a huge piece of garlic in their meatball. I learned my lesson when I was selling them. Anyway, the gravy looks delicious. The meatballs look delicious. I'm going to take a few home to Olivia. Charlie! Bronx, what is the problem? Can't you guys get along? Can't you get along? So anyway, as far as the sauce, like I said, I sauteed garlic, about 5-6 nice big cloves. And then when it's sauteed nice and brown, I add the 2 cans of crushed tomato, 1 large can of paste, stir it nice and get it all nice and combined. And I am really at a loss for words. Just make sure it's all stirred in nicely. Get the thickness from the paste. And then I add my spices, which would be parsley, about maybe a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half. Salt to taste, pepper, a little bit of sugar, about a teaspoon to cut the acid, teaspoon of sugar. And about a half a teaspoon of basil, or maybe a teaspoon, depending on your taste. And then you, of course, make your meatballs, and that's a whole other topic I'll get into next time. But anyway, I am the master of meatballs, so my daughter says. So I'll see you guys later. Take care. God bless. I'll pray for you. And please pray for me.